But she's had the flu for 14 days. Should she get a flu shot?
Well, no. If she got the flu for 14 days, she's as protected as anybody can be, because the best vaccination is to get infected yourself.
And
So
she should not get it?
if she really has the flu, she definitely doesn't need a flu vaccine. If she really has the flu,
She should not get it again.
no, she doesn't need it, because it's the most potent vaccination is getting infected yourself.
January 20th, a day that would forever change the world as we know it, indefinitely. January 20th was the first confirmed U.S. case of COVID-19, and ever since then, most of our dreams, trips, family vacations, life itself was postponed, and masks and vaccinations were made mandatory and voluntary, but not forced. We're here at South Brooklyn Community High School to interview staff members to see what they think about these mandates and how these mandates affected their everyday lives. My name is Eduar Luz, and we're doing a documentary on COVID-19. So I'd like to start off by, what is your name and occupation?
My name is Nina, and I'm an English teacher here at South Brooklyn Community High School.
Great.
Hi, my name is Carolina, and I'm the receptionist at South Brooklyn Community High School. I mean, I think the definition is really confusing, but I don't know. To me, it's like COVID-19 is a virus.
Well, I think it's very much being defined.
That spreads through the air, and it's also the thing that kind of made the world stop.
You know, as we speak, it's so new. You know, I feel like it was sort of mass chaos in a way. So many unknowns, so many fears.
What is one thing COVID has stopped you from doing because of it?
I guess not necessarily stopped me, but I guess it makes me more cautious about where I go and who I go out with.
It definitely atrophied my social muscle. I found myself just so much more tired, and you know, it's just social interactions just felt so exhausting after COVID.
Well, when COVID started in 2020, I lost my job. So I was kind of like unemployed for a little bit.
And I actually took it upon myself to get some extra work doing remote classes.
I used to be a florist, so there was nothing, really no events, no weddings.
My husband got laid off right at the pandemic, you know, and hasn't really found anything like steady.
I definitely think if there's something that can be done to prevent, you know, people from dying and to spread the disease, I think we should try and be proactive.
Yeah, I mean, I abided by the mandates. I really, as much as I know how important it is to wear the mask, you know, I have an infant niece, you know, got to keep her safe. My sister was pregnant throughout COVID, you got to keep her safe, but I hated the mask. I mean, it really was terrible for my skin. I don't know, it felt very concealing, and I just hated it. I was really happy when the mask mandate was lifted, although I do really respect, you know, the need for it and understand, you know, why it's really important. It was just one of the things I really disliked.
Now that we got the opinions from staff from South Brooklyn Community High School, I'm on my way to the once famous Coney Island to interview one of my old friends who double majored in philosophy, who is now a full-time chess teacher, to see what he thinks about the COVID-19 mandates.
In my opinion, COVID inflicted a lot of damage on people's trust in the system, trust in the government, trust in the medical facilities, and trust in what can be considered a deadly virus. So it started out with people being afraid and not leaving their houses, but eventually people came to the conclusion that COVID was something you just have to live with. So that's why I call it a psychological virus. I just didn't like the fact that I live in a country that claims to be freedom-loving, right? And this country mandated something that's unconstitutional, essentially, because you can't really mandate anything. like that on such a wide nationwide basis, right? Because it violates the basic right to say what you want to do with your own choices, right? So in my opinion, the mandate basically inflicted a sort of limitation on what people think is possible, what people think is socially acceptable, what people think is like normal. So it's like, in my opinion, the freedom is more important than this idea of security, you know? It's like you don't really get security if you're not the one choosing the mandate for yourself.
Everybody has their own theory on what COVID-19 is. Different ideologies, different answers, different perspectives. On one hand, we have people for mandates, and on the other side, we have people against. But both sides can come to an agreement that this has to end. So I guess the real question is, will it ever end?